Hello, I'm Bernard Keavy. I'd like to talk today about what Brian Tracy refers to as being the 7 vital functions of sales. So we need to share the screen and here we go. Right, so the 7 vital functions in sales. So the idea is that you need to be good at all of these in order to be successful in selling anything really. So an interesting idea would be to score yourself out of 10 in each of them and see which areas are the ones to focus on in terms of improving. I think that would be useful for all of us to do. So the first thing is, and extremely important, is the whole mental attitude, everything that goes on inside your head. A positive mental attitude, optimism. It's been proved so many times that if you think you're going to be successful, you will, and if you think you're not, you won't. And if you can imagine beforehand, visualize making the sale, then it's much more likely to happen than if you visualize not making the sale. So a positive mental attitude, optimism, is absolutely crucial. And you can teach yourself to be optimistic, and it's always worth reading optimistic, mindset, positive mental attitude type material. I tend to have a golden hour every morning where I'll read something of that nature to start the day, and it does work. So that's the first most important attribute. The second thing is, apparently, it takes 4 seconds for a buyer to make a decision as to whether they're likely to buy from you or not. And a lot of that is based on how you dress and how you groom yourself, but also in terms of, do you look healthy? Do you just look as if you're well looked after? So being of good health and looking after your grooming and your appearance, the way you dress, etc., is absolutely crucial. And the other thing about good health is that contributes to having the positive mental attitude, and it contributes to having lots of energy as well, which is another thing you need, because enthusiasm is extremely important if you want to persuade anyone to buy anything. You need to have complete knowledge of the particular product or service you're selling. There's nothing worse than being asked a question that you should know the answer to that you can't answer, and that you haven't got anything with you to look up the answer on. So you need complete product knowledge. You need to continually have a pipeline, a flow of new prospects. So continuous prospecting, new business development. Now, the trouble is that any of these 7 areas basically can let you down, and the way to look at it is that if you're, say, 10 in 6 of them and 5 in 1 of them, then the overall effect of that is to make you a 5 in everything. So in other words, the weakest one holds you back, and frequently prospecting and new business development is an area of big weakness for a lot of salespeople. So continuous prospecting and new business development, which probably means you need to systemize it. Presentation skills, well, obviously, in the sales presentation, you need to be able to present. So presentation skills are crucial. Handling objections and obtaining commitment. Now, as I'm sure we all know, objections are a sign of interest. So if you don't get any objections, you probably won't get any sales anyway. So objections are basically meaning that you've interested the prospect sufficiently that they're thinking of why they might want it, but also any pitfalls involved. So objections are good news, but you have to be able to handle the objections, and you have to be able to get commitment. So commitment is the close at the end, but it's also all the mini closes along the way. Maybe the commitments go to the next stage for the next meeting, whatever. It depends what you're selling and what sort of process you have. But basically, the ability to continually move the sale forward, if you like, by getting more commitment. And then personal management skills. So that's things like time management, which is crucial, territory management, making sure you've got all the right stuff with you. So being able to organize your time, yourself, your area, to make sure that you always are in the right place at the right time with all the right material that you need. So I think it's an interesting thing to score yourself out of 10 in each of those 7 areas. And, as I said earlier, the area you're weakest in, or the ones you're weakest in, will probably be the ones that determine your overall level of success. So that therefore would suggest that the areas where you feel you're weakest are the ones to make the biggest improvements on. So let's now move on to, if you are interested, we're offering a free 5-day Sell More Stuff challenge. The idea is that you get instruction, you get workbooks, resources, materials, ideas to help you sell more, and it's a 5-day program. And the great thing about it is it's free. So it's a free 5-day Sell More Stuff challenge. You know, obviously, if you want to go further at the end of it, that's up to you. But basically, it's a 5-day free course, and there's no strings attached. So to find out more, just go to this link, https://www.bernardkeevymentor.com, and then / and then the SMSC stands for Sell More Stuff Challenge. So SMSC-Bernard-Keevy. Just have a look. I mean, it's free. There's no strings attached, but have a look and see what you think. But the idea is that you'll get input and information and resources to help you boost your sales over a 5-day period. It's a free 5-day training program. You'll get more sales. You won't have to spend a penny. You'll get full support, workbooks, resources, etc. You'll be shown exactly what to do and when to do it and how to do it. So you'll get all of that. Just go to that link and have a look. When you go to the link, this is what you'll see. So there'll be loads of information on there about what's involved, and you just have to sign up, and you know, I think you'll benefit from it. So it'd be great if you could join me on that. So my 5-day Sell More Stuff free challenge is at that link, and I hope you found our conversation useful today, and thank you very much for watching. And I'll now stop sharing my screen and go back to StreamYard, which I'm using, and end the broadcast. So I hope you found that useful today.